Yes, and today our guest is Terry Poplova. I think I'm saying that right. He serves as General Manager of the ACST Catholic. And I'm excited to talk to him about what his organization does, and then a study that they did about loneliness and community in the church. Welcome, Terry.
Good morning. Thank you, Pat.
Did I say your last name correct?
You did.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
One for one. There we go. Okay. Well, Terry, tell me a little bit about your organization, ASC Technologies. What does it do, and kind of what's your role there?
Well, ACS Technologies is a mission-focused, privately owned, primarily software company. It's about 45 years old and serves multiple denominations through our software. And it's the stuff that runs your parishes, your database, your communications, your giving, your website, your apps. Really focused on serving the church and helping bring people to Christ through using software to do that. And also a variety of other services and some strategic planning software. But ACST Catholic is very focused explicitly on serving and accompanying the Catholic Church, equipping our leaders in our parishes and dioceses.
Okay, and your role there is, like, how do you direct that, or what do you do?
As general manager, I'm overseeing the activity that is based across our sales and marketing and reaching across to our services, our consulting, our coaching, our implementation, and our product development, all with an eye and ear for what's needed in service to the Catholic Church. Also introducing unique services wherever we can help. And then the studies like the one we're about to talk about is a broad-based study, but digging in specifically to the Catholic responses and what they mean for us as Catholics.
Okay, so this study, now this was 15,000 Catholics? Was this a study your company did or another company did and you gleaned results from it?
No, this is totally our own, and it is done roughly every 4 years. We just completed a study of 2024 with data in 2025. It's an ongoing research project called American Beliefs. American Beliefs, it has its own website called AmericanBeliefs.com, but that data and the findings for both beliefs, lifestyle, and social concerns are all sort of aspects of this survey, research study. And they are actually built into our product mission insights. So when people are doing demographic reviews, they also can see some psychographic and actually beliefs and ecclesiology questions that might be helpful along with it.
Okay, so it's like one study, but then there are sections in it. And so the section that we're going to talk about, is it on church community? Is that what it is? Because there's a link. You're talking about loneliness and how parishes can respond to that. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes. Well, some of this is my own passion and focus and concern in noting the Surgeon General's announcement and just noting our challenges in behavior and trying to use the data from the study in support of or to help understand better what, how we can respond. Also looking at some mental health numbers. So for this particular discussion, there's a document I wrote that we call it a Catholic Action Guide called Creating a Welcoming Parish in a Lonely World. So it's both looking at the data and then making suggestions what we can do as parishes. So the study covers a broad range of beliefs and preferences, but I'll just say this: the thing that really struck me, the first data that I saw from that I was looking at in 2021, showed actually across all denominations, one of the most often, the thing most often answered when people are looking for a church, and this was true of Catholics looking for a parish as well, in the top three, is something a little vague, but it was warm and friendly encounters. And so there's this ongoing dimension of relational church in addition to our sacramental church that just has been of interest to me, and I've been continuing to look at it since then and digging into it.
So, Terry, do you, when you do this this study, do you break it down by age groups?
Yes.
Because
there's age groups. Right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm wondering if there's a difference in what they're looking for in a Catholic community according to age group, or didn't you see any?
Well, that's a good question. What we've learned more recently is, there's an interesting, there is a difference in age groups. So if I fast forward to the most current study, what we delved into a little bit more was actually grouping it into the broad category of leisure time. Where do you spend your leisure time? Where do you look for relationships? As a way to try to get into that, and how does church factor into that? And I don't think it should be a surprise that the people who most often, and actually the majority of the time, would seek activity and community in church is the boomer generation.
Yeah.
And the Gen X and younger it's very low in comparison. It's a little higher than you might think. It's something like 20% or so, but it's much lower. And we continue to see, the younger folks leaving the church more rapidly. One of the things we're seeing is that 17% of Gen Z report leaving Christianity in the past 10 years, which is 2 to 4 times higher than any other generation. So there is definitely a generational effect here in terms of how we perceive our church.
So do you get reasons for why, like, Gen Z is leaving?
I think there's many reasons. And most of that would be anecdotal. I think we haven't asked why did you leave specifically, although there is a general question on why you don't attend church. And it's very, I will say this, the top reasons are don't trust organized religion, don't trust the leaders, don't find that people don't behave as I would expect them to behave in church. So all of that, those are actually the key factors why people generally stay away.
Oh, boy, that gives us a lot of stuff to work on, doesn't it, Terry?
Yes, it sure does. There's still, but really my hope, though, and my belief is that we can be more proactive with really prioritizing a culture of welcome and a culture of being the community for people, which is, it's so counter to a lot of what's happening culturally. So it's no simple thing. But we have that antidote as parishes. Yeah. That's what we're for. Even the Catechism states that we're requirement of our nature to be in community.
Yeah. Oh, Terry, I could talk to you forever about this. This is a lot of good information. Thanks for being on today. Today our guest is Terry Poplova. He serves as the general manager of ACST Catholic. I would invite you to look at that website. Lots of good studies that they're doing, pulling out information that helps us as parish communities. Thanks, Terry.